In the previous episode, I made perhaps the biggest blunder in my cricket journey thus far.
And is anyone familiar with who this guy is? I'm assuming he's just a photographer, documentarian, or something like that. But I'm assuming by that swing he's not a famous cricket player. But is he kind of a cricket reporter or a cricket? I don't know. Is he involved with the game in any way? I'm assuming not with that swing. He never played.
And despite a host of displeased viewers, I am back once again to redeem myself and conquer the cricket YouTube world.
What is up, guys? It is Joseph and I'm back with another video. I really hope you enjoyed that intro. Again, I do want to apologize. I'm still learning the game very much so learning the players, learning the rules. It's a lot of information I'm having to digest here, so thank you for cutting me a break. I know a lot of people are just trying to be helpful. They weren't scorning me or criticizing me. They do understand that I am still learning the game, so they weren't being overly critical about it. So obviously that intro was just a little joke to kind of play off my error. But anyway, today we are going to be watching some match highlights between Bangladesh and New Zealand. Looks like the fourth T20 highlights. The video was just uploaded today, or today at the time of filming, which is September 8th. So I am assuming that this is a recent match that is going on currently. And of course, I'm trying to add a lot more diversity to the channel, so in what I watch, what I react to, what I'm learning. But at the same time, I do have to watch live matches to kind of understand the rules, and that's just kind of how I learn anyway, is by just kind of watching, understanding, and making errors as I go and kind of learning from those errors. If you still are enjoying the content, please don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment any recommendations, anything else that you want to say. And if you do want to leave a video for me to watch or for me to potentially react to, leave it in the comments because I may actually get to it. But with that being said, today's question of the day is, what else do you do for a hobby that is not cricket related? So obviously if you're watching this channel, chances are you found me because you are interested in cricket, saw me in the recommendeds, type the cricket in the search bar or something along the sort. But what other videos are you interested in? What other hobbies do you have outside of cricket? And what else do you enjoy as a whole? Please let me know in the comments so I can get to know you a little better. Well, what's up, guys? It is post-production Joseph here. It is 11 o'clock p.m. my time, and I just realized that I asked a question of you guys. What hobbies are you interested in? What do you like to do that is not cricket related? And I rudely didn't even tell you what I like to do. How can I ask you guys a question and not even answer the question myself? That doesn't sound very fair, does it? Well, anyway, so obviously I like baseball. If you've been following the channel, I don't watch as much baseball anymore, but I did play baseball for around 15, 16 years or so competitively. I'm actually very interested in golf nowadays, now that I'm a little older. And I guess 25 isn't very old, but I'm a little bit older and I can't play baseball as competitively as I once did as a kid. But also, if you didn't know, I like to make YouTube videos. It's something I do on the side. It is not my career, but it is something that I would like to be my career in the future if I can get enough support, enough followers, enough all of that. But anyway, hopefully you guys appreciated the effort of me coming back in, adding another clip to this video at what is now 11:01 p.m. so that I can let you guys know a little bit about myself, and hopefully that will make you guys want to tell me a little bit more about yourselves. But with that being said, enjoy the video reaction.
Well, no surprises there. Tom Latham electing to bat first. A couple of changes for the New Zealand side. And for today's game?
Oh, difficult to predict, but anyway, 50-50.
I hope that...
And I do just want to say before we get into the video that obviously if you've watched any of the other videos so far, which there will be a playlist linked up top right around there, I do have a baseball background. So if you're in Europe or if you're in Asia, you might not be as familiar with baseball. But that's kind of how I go into everything, any sport. I kind of use that baseball background, which to my avail, sometimes it doesn't work. Obviously, because cricket and baseball seems like they might be somewhat related, but there's a lot of slight differences there as well. So when I do compare baseball and cricket, it's not because I'm comparing their similarities. It's just me trying to understand and make sense of the game of cricket. So just so that everybody knows that, because I have seen a lot of comments saying that I'm trying to compare baseball and cricket too much. It's not that I'm trying to compare the two, it's just that I'm trying to make sense of cricket, if that does make sense.
But they can restrict the New Zealand run scoring, which will...
Good afternoon, Shamim. You're right, this Finn Allen is highly rated. I'm looking forward to
Very crucial match in this Bangabandhu T20 International Series between New Zealand. In terms of bowling out, Bangladesh was not bowling out, restrict
in conditions like this. Anything over 130 is
breakthrough here. That up in the air now, where's that going? It's going to hand, it's been taken! That is the first wicket. Nasir Mohammed again tempts the batsman to go for it.
Okay, so if I'm getting this right, he didn't even get a run off of that because it looks like it still has zero. They still have 0 on the run column, and they have 1 wicket, which is 1 out essentially. Now, 0.5, is that the over where it says 0.5 in the gray box right there? I did get some people saying in the which I'm assuming that is the over, that it's basically, it kind of starts at 0 and works its way up through decimal points, that's why they use the decimal point. So once it gets to 0.6, does it start over with a new number? I'm assuming that's how it works, but overs are still kind of slightly confusing to me, but I'm assuming that's how it works.
Sweep gets the leading edge, and it's been taken. First strike here for Bangladesh.
again the inexperience I was just mentioning, costing Ravindra his wicket. There was no need for that shot. There are players on the edge of the boundary. There's no pace. Again, the new ball also not coming onto the bat.
Tom Latham, the captain, comes in earlier than he'd have liked.
Okay, so let's pause this here because this is kind of the first video where we've gotten to see a rundown of the stats and stuff like that. So obviously matches, that makes sense. The age obviously makes sense. Runs make sense. Average, is that an average of runs that he gets per game? And I'm confused at what strike rate is in 50s and 100s. Obviously, I don't know what that is either. So if you could kind of let me know in the comments what that's all about, that would be great. And I'm also not sure what highest score 65 is, unless that has to do with strike rate or runs. But, and he's left-handed, obviously, which means he's just left-handed. And I did have some people kind of letting me know about the leg side and the on side and kind of the positions, because I asked about that in videos prior. So I'm still kind of learning that, but it does make a lot more sense.
So probably they're testing and seeing which combination works for them. But never a good sign to the opposition. Tom Latham has batted number 5. Even after getting, once they know it's slow and they say, okay, oh, what a shot that is.
Oh boy, that's a sixer.
Brilliant. So the first maximum of the match. And in contrast of the last game where we didn't even see 1 6.
And that's another thing too. I've heard kind of interchangeable, I guess, verbiage in terms and stuff like that when it comes to cricket. Do different parts of the world use different terms to say the same thing? Because I know that's the case with baseball. I know that's the case with a lot of other sports. So he called that a maximum, but I've heard a super boundary. I'm assuming obviously they mean the same thing, but is that kind of common for different parts of the world to use different terms for the same thing? Let me know in the comments.
Yes, 6 early. Well, the flags are flying, but they're flying outside. Quicker one. The ball has been forced into the quicker run and allows that little bit of extra pace for him to put it away, and it's just dragged inside. And that's a good work done by Afif.
1 run saved by Afif. So couple of
Swung it around very nicely. Goes up in the air again. He's living pretty dangerously here. Ball falling in no man's land.
there's no legs on this one, but it's a good ploy.
So did he decide not to run there? That's a little confusing to me because, and in the last one where the fielder just barely stopped the ball from being a boundary, why would they not run back and forth there? I feel like they could get a lot of runs out that, even if it didn't hit the boundary, maybe even close to 2 or 3 runs. So why did they not run there? Is there a reason for that? Is there a risk involved that maybe I'm not quite understanding yet? Please let me know.
The conditions like this, as soon as Tom Latham will play his natural game. This is his game.
Get some quick runs in now. There he goes again. It's up in the air. Thank you. That is rather silly. Getting carried away, uncalled for. They had a good run rate going, and he kept on repeating. I mentioned the fact this was a high-risk shot, and he's paid the price.
Well, he tried it for the 4th time, and that was 2 times too many for me.
Them winning the toss, deciding to bat, have landed themselves into trouble. 2 shots from...
What does the batsman do now? Oh! Well kept out by Young.
I don't think that was a LBW. I feel like that was inside.
How do you tackle this? 2 contrasting, totally diametrically opposite deliveries.
Oh, maybe.
Taking the review, but have they taken, or they're going to think about it. They're going to run out of time. And finally, the decision from the
strike. So the pressure building up.
Shakib Al Hasan is just, with 106 wickets, is just 1 wicket away from leveling Lasith Malinga's record.
He went off the ground in the last game, so all kind of problems with Shakib Al Hasan. So he would prefer to face Mehdi Hasan at this point. Nice.
Oh, another one. He thought about going for a big one, then tried to check it. That's excellent bowling. Now he goes, sweeps it well. There's a fielder in the deep, and it's going to fall just short of him. But that is the way you've got.
This is a lot more slow-paced than the T20 match that I watched a few videos ago where they were just hitting bombs all the time. Obviously, that's probably more, I guess, entertaining for anyone when they're just hitting bombs all the time. But I feel like cricket fans are more impressed and also entertained by the strategic element to it. And it's kind of impressive and, entertaining to me as well because it's just so slow-paced. In baseball, they call it small ball, which is just basically get runners on base and kind of go from there. And I feel like that's what cricket is, and it's kind of appeals to me in that regard.
Got to garner your runs.
Also, what is dots? I'm not sure what that is.
Yep. First power play, the cutter in action. Nicely tucked away. Good afternoon, Tino.
Good afternoon.
Quick single. Fine leg. Put back in for Tom Latham, but quick single by Tom Latham. We keep on reminding. Yep. Nicely tucked away for a single. New Zealand 22 for 2 after 6. Happy to continue. Reached outside the off stump.
They've been very eager.
Oh. Why did he try to slap at it like that? But I am finding myself, I know I've asked a lot of questions in this video, but the reason I'm not asking more is because I'm actually finding myself to understand a lot of what's going on. The only thing that I'm kind of confused about really is just the statistics, which I'm sure they're advanced level to some extent, and it's something that I'm just going to have to watch and kind of understand and learn more about. But why did he swat at it like that?
Get out the blocks. It looks like it struck him outside the line of the off stump. Your son seems as though he believes that was straight down the line.
The skipper going with the keeper, consulting with Nurul Hasan there. My dear son.
Tucked away into the inside field. Out in the middle. On the leg side, tucked away. Fielder diving away to his left. Mustafizur Rahman won't get there, and it'll trickle into the boundary for 4. Time to Grandam, Nichols himself, and Blundell, the next 3 to come in for New Zealand.
So this is obviously a lot more strategic and small ball-y. Like, that's the term I use, small ball. But then the other T20 match I watched, and I'm not really sure why. Is there a reason why they're playing a lot more safe or anything like that? just let me know if there is a reason or if it's just kind of the pace of play that in this particular match.
He got that career best. As he played into the outfield and well fielded. And his response was, because New Zealand were trying to... Happy to see him back up at number 3 today.
No doubt. Kiwis would...
Opening slot in particular. And Tony McBallau.
Field. To prove themselves, and going back to the openers, both Naeem and Litton have had starts. 13
Last few matches. Backed away into the onside.
8 overs gone. New Zealand winning the toss and electing to bat first. Bangladesh so far. Inside edge.
Ooh.
Could have been in trouble there.
That was a little risky.
Maybe up and over. Probably a better option. This time employs the standard sweep shot, and that'll run away for 4.
That's well played.
So New Zealand's
Going
doing
to the
pretty
pitch of the
good.
ball, nicely swept away. Well, like
As we've seen, very tough for the batsman to really get going on.
started off with a wicket maiden. With the ball in hand, the Bangladeshis.
Wide of the man at mid-wicket. Did we just one? Short. It's a lot quicker onto him. Yeah, and I don't know if he realizes he's got all these options.
Ooh! That's scary.
Mohammed with the left arm.
Just a single to end the over.
This pair was in business. Again, they swept away, and it will be a boundary. There's been good piece of batting, not from one, but both batsmen keen to rotate the strike and also pick up a boundary here and there. Good evening. Khan, he's taken another one right on the cue. Well spotted there. The graphics speaks for themselves, and he's now picked up another left-hander. It's a very important wicket. Just when things were looking good for New Zealand, Madhiasan strikes.
Beaten all ends up, and what a satisfying way to get.
Alright guys, it looks like that's about it. The reason I was laughing is the wicket keeper, I'm pretty sure that's the right name for it, just kind of just said to those bells right there. He just kind of hit them off, and he just kind of did it like, you know what, I'm done. It was kind of funny how he did it. The batter didn't even try to get back to behind the crease. That's the right name. He didn't even try to get back behind the crease, and I just thought that was kind of funny. I mean, he wouldn't have made it back anyway. So I guess the only thing that I have to comment on is just how much more slow-paced that was compared to the other T20 match we watched, where they were hitting bomb after bomb after bomb. And I know I butchered his name last time, but I believe his name was Pandya? I don't know. I'm going to keep all these mispronunciations in because I think it's funny, and I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments. But anyway, guys, please leave me videos in the comments to react to watch, because I feel like I'm just kind of searching through random videos here trying to find something to watch, and I don't want the content to get stale, and you guys will be able to lead me in the right path to kind of where I need to go to watch to kind of improve my learning. I do feel like I have learned a lot, and I do feel like I continue to learn with each video, but I do need just that little bit more to understand what's going on. But don't forget to like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel.